Assalamu alaikum. In his Friday sermon on July 20th, 2007, Hazur focused on the merits of hospitality. Hazur said, with the seat of Khilafat in Britain for the past 24 years, the UK Jalsa Salana has taken on the status of the international Jalsa for Ahmadiyya. As the gathering will take place next week, Hazur focused on the importance of his hospitality and the conduct of the volunteer workers. Although Hazur feels all volunteers in the UK Jamaat understand their responsibilities, he wanted to take this opportunity to remind and reiterate all of the workers of the example set forth by the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. Hazur stated that Islam greatly emphasizes the importance of hospitality, and he recited chapter 11, verse 70 of the Holy Quran. He said the essence of hospitality is that arriving guests should experience no frustration and should be provided the best of arrangements. However, the Holy Quran does not suggest food or accommodations should be lavish nor luxurious. True Islamic conduct demands service to guests with cheerfulness. All Muslims should adopt this attitude, and Ahmadis in particular should keep this in mind as their visitors are the guests of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. Hazur said there are some guests coming from various parts of the globe who do not have any family or friends in the United Kingdom. These individuals should be given special attention and care. Hazur recalled a hadith in which the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said that hospitality is a symptom of faith. This principle is not limited to one's near and dear ones. Rather, each guest, regardless of religion, should be served well and taken care of. The Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, also had guests who stayed for long durations and were blessed by his hospitality for several days. Such instances were informal, and whatever was available was served and offered to those guests. After the victory of Mecca, when notable delegations visited the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, he would allocate their board and lodging among his companions and would later ask if the guests were pleased with their stay. When a guest would arrive, he would first inquire whether his own home had enough provision to take their care, and if not, he would inquire his companions. Numerous accounts describe how Muslims with hardly enough provision for themselves would sacrifice for the comfort of their guests. In relation to one such occasion, chapter 59, verse 10 of the Holy Quran was revealed. Referring back to the Jalsa guests, Hazur said these are guests seeking spiritual food. They are taking on financial hardship for this journey and seek no worldly gain. Many have been seeking visitors' visas for several years. Hazur said Jalsa volunteers should be pleased that Allah is granting them this opportunity to earn a reward. Guests should be served equally, regardless of their appearance or social status. Hazur recounted a few instances from the life of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, illustrating his supreme sense of hospitality towards his guests. The promised Messiah, peace be upon him, went to great lengths of inconvenience to satisfy and serve his guests. This is the spirit volunteers should embody during the Jalsa. They should keep the Holy Prophet's and the promised Messiah's spirit alive. Each and every volunteer worker should demonstrate exemplary courtesy to each guest they come across in the course of their duties. Although at times misunderstandings may make guests inconsiderate, the volunteer workers should respond with patience and fortitude. In addition, some guests may unintentionally misuse some facilities that they are not accustomed to. Volunteers should focus on rectifying the situation rather than complaining that guests have made a mess. In short, the fundamentals for volunteer workers are patience, fortitude, and courtesy, in addition to the most important, which is prayer, because without this, we cannot accomplish anything. Hazur also advised workers not to miss any of the required 5 daily prayers on account of their volunteer duties. Hazur prayed that may Allah enable workers to execute and with affability, and may guests be pleased with the workers, and the workers be pleased with the guests. Hazur also appealed for prayers for Pakistan, where the situation is deteriorating. Hundreds have been killed, and Muslims are killing Muslims, despite the hadith, which states that a Muslim who kills another is no longer a Muslim. He prayed, may Allah save the country, and stated that when internal dissensions arise, it leaves the country vulnerable to outsiders' attacks. He also prayed, may Allah protect the country in every way, and may Allah give sense to those who are preparing their own ruin. Assalamu alaikum.